The thoughts video on Diablo. Alright. So welcome everyone, Austeris here. I play this Diablo for a pre-season. I play already 16 days in new season. I reached level 75 my lightning damage build. And I'm gonna talk about the Diablo 4 overall as a game, my impressions as actually I would say experienced action RPG player. Have thousands of hours in Titan Quest, Grim Dawn, enjoying Path of Exile too, and we're gonna talk about what's right and what's wrong with Diablo 4. Is there actually anything that right with Diablo 4? Let's start our question with that. Is it? Is it? So Diablo 4 definitely was this, as I call it, RPG for the masses. There's a lot of people that jump on Diablo 4 bandwagon who never even have any idea about what this action RPG looks like and how it should be played. There was a lot of hype around the game. And you see, there's another bad point about the game. It's lagging tremendously, even on lower settings with decently beefy PC. And it's problem on game server part and bad optimization. It's especially severe when you get killed playing hardcore, which has happened to a bunch of people's. Slightly lag dead. Just a couple of days ago, we're playing in the world, and the game just freezes for me for 2 seconds. My flame shield automatic activated, but I still died because of the freeze. And there's a bunch of lags happening constantly on a regular basis with this game. It's a little bit better when playing Nightmare dungeons, but recently I even have lags even inside the Nightmare dungeons. So lags, it's one thing that bad for the game, which is require you half a second reaction time to react to environments and the monsters. The lags could be dependent on the time you're playing, because it require constant connection to the server. Depending on time, the lags could be very bad, very bad. So yeah, a lot of people playing Diablo, and a lot of new people enjoying the story. So what's right about game? It's definitely the story, the way the Blizzard can tell the story. It's on par with the best storytellers there are in industry. It was epic, it was good, it was good cinematic, it was good impression. You feel like you were living. But that's all that is good about the game. Yeah, good for casual player. Do you want to play pay the $70 for it? A lot of people did pay to jump on this brand wagon, but you're from a seasonal action RPG player, you want quite a bit more from that than just a story. So and they actually messed it up a lot with actual casual story playing. First messed up a big one. So here you are playing a story mode, right? You're enjoying. You don't care about build. You don't care about optimization, like min-maxing your build. You don't even care about skills or items you're using much, but you're enjoying the story. There's tons of side quests over here in the game, and those side quests expand the story, expand your impression of the world, make you submerge there even deeper, like relive the story of the people. They have all good voice acting, the side quests and main quest. basically very enjoyable. But imagine my surprise, like, after reaching level 50, playing the story. So it is about the game mechanic, the scale U compared to your monsters. Every time you jump a level, monsters getting more powerful, while you, on the other hand, staying the same. Alright, you stay in the same, you getting powers through the items, through item stats. However, on World Tier 2, you don't have access to ancestral and sacred items, well, sacred items, that another jump in character power level. Yes, you don't have access to them. You just don't. But monsters are super beefy. They're giving a lot of dealing a lot of damage, and you're taking tremendous amount of time to kill those monsters in a story, in a main quest, and you have tons of side quests to do as well. But because to move to World Tier 3 to get actually a chance on getting more items, more powerful items, right? These sacred items, you actually need to finish the story. And what the developers are forcing those casual players to do, they forcing them to rush through the story in order to get to the World Tier 3 faster, get to that capstone dungeon 3 faster, get okay, echo, sorry about that. So they forcing it to get you to that World Tier 3 faster, and you're not enjoying the story anymore. You're not enjoying the story. You have tons of side quests. I was doing literally every side quest up until the third region, the Dry Steppe, or Kyrgyzstan, as you say, right? Done almost all the side quests in Dry Steppe on my first character pre-season. Kyrgyzstan and Havizer, almost never saw any side quests pick it up, because I already was like far below the curve in terms of experience. Also, World Tier 3 giving you more experience per monster kill, and you're not getting that experience, you're not getting items, monsters getting more and more powerful, you just stale your character. It was very bad game design in my opinion. You just need to let people play, change the World Tier whenever they want. If that's like too hard to them, they can drop down, of course, but the chance to get in that powerful items, especially now that powerful items are have a level restriction as well. Yes, some people can, you can get a friend, your friend can boost you through those levels. Through the World Tier 4, you can get more powerful item early on, but that item's level restricted, so that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, and you. But the best part of the game, the story, they take most of fun of it, most of the enjoyment, of casual from a casual players, and that's huge negative point to the game. Now about the game overall impression as experienced RPG player, I like character building. I'm enjoying experience at different builds, and I really enjoying it, like planning builds. I'm enjoying experimenting with the builds. I'm enjoying going and testing those builds in the dungeons as well, and against powerful opponents. Do we have this how good character building in the Diablo? It's decent. But it have a huge downfall here. It's amount of time you need to reach amount of time you need to spend to reach a level 100. It's astronomical. Even for me, I'm streaming for 3.5 hours of Diablo every day. We're playing 16 days here, actually 70 even, and we only reach like level 75. There's still so much more to do about the build, but I just can't. I just can't to do it because I want to experience. The game has a lack of content. The game struggling from a lack of content severely. All right. And you fighting same monsters over and over, over and over. There is no any memorable bosses here. The world bosses, people just erasing them in a minute, in a couple of seconds even. And those bosses actually appear in every like 6 hours, and rewards from bosses, a special cache. You have a couple of days between those rewards. But this rewards is like giving you like 4K gold, really 4K gold, and occasionally some maybe yellow item, maybe legendary item, occasionally very rare, so like a legendary item there. They are tremendous waste of time. And there's the dungeons. There is the dungeons people spend in times. Every single dungeons look the same as previous dungeons. There's 140 and something. Well, over the 100 dungeons here. A lot. There's a lot of dungeons. But everyone looking the same. The boss, if the dungeon has a boss, it's a copy pasta of the boss from another dungeon. So there's maybe like 3-5 bosses overall, and they copy pasta them, and they're not significant. You're killing them in an instant or a couple of seconds, depending on the build. And you done the dungeon, moving to another, trying to level up, moving to another, and it's continuing, but it's taking so much time to actually to go through the loop to get to that level 100. Plainly saying, it's boring. It's boring to do the same stuff again and again and again. And one thing that can make it better is to reduce amount of experience, amount of time character need to level to 100, so I can play one build in, let's say, 10 days. 10 days for sorcerer, playing 3 days, like 30 hours, 35 hours in 10 days per build. I think is a decent time to enjoy the build, move to another build. There's a different classes, a different variation of class builds you can experience. And because of the game lacking content severely right now, that's like one thing that can hold the person like me that enjoying character building. No, they're too greedy here. They just want to do whatever they want to do. This is not the way. This is not the way. About the dungeons, there's this nightmare dungeons that you're going to using nightmare sigils. It's the main, most efficient way to level up, and you need to use nightmare dungeons to also level up your sigils, use glyphs, rather to say, in your paragon board. There's a glyph. You only get experience from finishing that nightmare dungeon. What I notice here with Nightmare Dungeons, the game, despite having, like I say, like around 100 or even more dungeons overall, the game keep giving me the same dungeon over and over, and I'm sick of it. Like maybe same like 15 dungeons. I'm sick of it. So we get a bonus reputation point every time you finish the dungeon. You get in the reputation point, and reputation point is something that can give you like paragon point. You see, I'm level 75 right now, and in any of the region, I haven't even reached this +4 to paragon points. I have all my altars of lilies, I have all my strongholds, I have all my vein points. I even like start doing some side quests to get this reputation, but it's like the side quest. It's another bad side of the game. The side quests are boring in terms of like, rather say they're not boring. They rather big waste of time because they did not giving you any reward experience wise. It's like when you're level 70, you get like 15k experience, which is not even 0.01% to your total experience bar. and it's not giving you any other significant reward. Sometimes you can get the yellow item from it. Not legendary, not unique, not ancestral, but it's just normal yellow item. Ridiculous. Or maybe a bunch of resources, which is you can get from defeating one group of enemies. But yeah. The only way they right now they forcing you to do this side quest because they limited role for your nightmare dungeons, and let's be honest, finish the dungeon giving you renown, the reputation, but you don't want to go in a dungeon if it's not nightmare dungeon. You're basically wasting your time and not leveling up your glyph. So you want to go to leveling up your glyph, improving your build, but at the same time getting this renown, but you can't. You just can. They limited you. They trying to force you to go waste your time on side quests, waste your time on the dungeons, which is not nightmare. Right? We have like a bunch of dungeons that have a side quest even there, but I never roll the sigil that go into that dungeon or whatsoever. About the sigils, imagine like there they are. Lost Keep Nightmare Sigil. I don't have a good memory, right? There's tons of those name it dungeons there. I think I've been there, but there's no indications here to saying if I've been to here or not. If I not, right? If I need to disenchant it for dust, or I need to waste my time going to third-party sites to Google it, or trying to go and check out the dungeons that I visited yet. If this maybe that particular dungeon for a sigil, so the game don't even have the search bar, you know. It doesn't really have like. It does have a filter here, so showing your dungeons, for example. Right, it does have a filter, but I need a search bar. Am I full? Okay, tell me, guys. Am I full and I never like search find a search bar in this game? Because I didn't. After playing like hundreds of hours, that's like a basic courtesy. Like take for example Grim Dawn. You can search bar everything, crafting the shit, search bar it, recipe, search bar on the map, search bar even in your inventory. This is definitely lacking here, and every time I've seen this, I spend an additional amount of time to just because we have limited space. Limited space is another tight point of the game, right? Limited space, like I wouldn't care if about the sigils I'm doing if I have a bunch of sigils over here and limited space to sort them, but I have a limited space. I have only four chests over there, which is a shared chest, and they only can support one character. And most, if you planning to reach level 100, those 4 chests can only support more or less one character. If you play in a different class altogether, you're gonna run out of the space for storing your aspects and storing new items. You need to be like very thorough, whatever you want to keep, whatever you're gonna sell, and I think it's just a bullshit. At least give us additional sell space we can buy from, like we can do in Paths of Exile. But Paths of Exile not $70 game, it's a free game, and they get in that the bucks from selling the space, right? You need to bear with whatever you have with in the Diablo. So yeah, every time I need to clear my sigils, I'm trying to search. Maybe I visit the sigil. I'm going to Diablo interactive map on the web because that one has a search bar, and we can search it through there. But it's basically using a third-party app in order to. So that's another bad design. Honestly, I feel like forgetting a lot of like bad designs here, a bad decision in the game design. So yeah, I just got super bored with the game. I got sick of it. Time I spent on it without actually significant result. I sick of not able to level up my character faster, not able to uh, check multiple of builds. I sick of seeing same goblin face over and over and over again. 10k times over, and the bosses we don't even know their names because they look in the same and dying so fast and basically not memorable at all. I remember there was Lily boss from campaign, but if I say that her fight was hard, I would be lying to you. I have no build basically. I was enjoying my story mode, and I just went and killed her, even without like suffering any damage from, more or less. Yeah, the world itself giving you like basically a lot of like things to do. If you're looking at it for first time, there is this the tree reward, right? The tree dungeon, tree event. There's legion events here, there. There's every 6 hours the world bosses, and there's hell tides. Hell tides are so laggy too, by the way, so laggy, and there's nightmare dungeons. There are normal dungeons, which is worse than nightmare dungeons. There are some random sellers, but basically fighting 5 type or maybe 6 types of enemies, same enemies over and over and over again. You're getting sick of it, and it's taking so much time to do it. And there's those lags, those overall bad decision. We didn't talk even about the damage buckets, right? The damage bucket theory that community came with, but how messed up the damage modifiers for the game. There's so many damage modifiers you can come with, and they're not like working as you think they're working. There's multiplicative damage, there's additive damage. Most of the damage is additive actually, but if it's in the same damage bucket, you're having way less profit from like stacking that damage than you would get from another damage bucket. And it's so complicated. It's so, we don't even know if it's working correctly, because there are multiple occasions when you're reading a patch note and you see, oh, like that sync apparently haven't worked properly. Apparently haven't worked properly before. That's coming from legendary aspects. That's coming from damage modifiers. That coming from there's actually quite a bit of bugs in this game too. I was doing the side quest, and some side quests I was not able to complete at all because they stuck for me. They bugged. I was trying to reset them again and again, but they still bugged, and they still haven't been fixed, I believe so. And I don't care about side quests anymore. Like I say, huge waste of time. And I'm the person who doing everything, every single side quest. Like me playing Titan Quest or Grim Dawn, especially any RPG for the first time. So I'm a huge fan of the stories, but not for Diablo or a side quest, which is, they have a decent story again. They have a decent story. So another thing about very slow reaction of developers to community, to bugs fixing and community pleas, or even a zero reaction at all. So we are in 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks in season 1. First day of the season, there was one of the crucial bugs here with seasonal blessings. There's a blessing that giving you 5% to amount of gold from selling items. However, if you choose this blessing, you will get your prices increased in when you need to reroll for item stats. Basically, you're not earning gold, you're losing gold. And this bug was for... You need the gold for... You basically need the gold. There's a shortage of gold, constant, up until like level 75 for sure, because you need to progress with your items. There's would be a lot of rerolls on the items, and every next reroll will be more and more expensive for you. Like currently I have rerolls that cost me 2 millions, and I need to spend half an hour to get in that 2 millions. And they were instead of increasing the amount of gold, they actually were decreasing the amount of gold with this blessing. Obviously, it's only got fixed more than 3 weeks after it was discovered. Speed is the essence, like I say, but not for Blizzard devs. So yeah, I don't expect this game to be any better than it is in probably with the speed they move in any in the next 2 years, maybe in the next 2 years. Then again, we have this season 1, right? Just 3 weeks into, more than 3, and it didn't brought anything good to the game whatsoever. There are some caged hearts, a good mechanic, improving your build here and there, but they nerfed some builds with season patch. Let's start with that. They nerfed other builds. They broke a bunch of pre-seasonal builds. My Blizzard build that they have pre-seasoned completely broken because how the lucky hit chance are not working, how the vulnerable damage was debuffed, and stuff like. And it's not really as powerful as it was before, and it was never powerful to begin with. One thing, it was barely manageable. I was trying to squeeze everything out of it. So there you have it. There you have it. I probably didn't mention a bunch of stuff, a bunch of negative points. Basically, I wanted to mention, but you get the picture, right? Lack of content. Content basically the same over and over. Lags skill in the game. Like skill in hardcore mode. We didn't even touch the PvP stuff, which is like very stale, and they're not even planning to develop it for next maybe 2 years or something. There is useless side quest, bad game design decisions, like with this not ability to check if you haven't been in this nightmare dungeons or whatnot. It's a quality of life stuff, quality of life that missing, and that after experience it over and over and over again, it's getting like really annoying. So why would I spend my time on Diablo when I can go and play a new season of Path of Exile, which is have a lot of builds I haven't experienced yet, a lot of stuff to do, and yes, there is Path of Exiles have need to a lot of time for you to level up to 100. It is, but it has quality of life. It has everything that Diablo want to have. Yes. So that's my final thoughts on Diablo. We're gonna get to it maybe sometimes, but for now we are done. Thank you very much for listening to my complaints mostly. Appreciate it, guys, and I'm gonna take the break